Is Thomas Frank's Feynman technique 2.0 one of the best ways to learn new material? The popular study YouTuber Thomas Frank used to his viewers an upgrade on the super popular Feynman technique. It's okay if you haven't watched that video yet, but his upgraded version is a simple but effective study method. Helps to deepen mastery of a concept or a topic by attempting to explain it simply to someone else. Look, I really love Thomas Frank's concepts and ideas. In fact, it's actually helped me to become a lot more productive in many different ways in my life. What better way to pay tribute to him than summarizing one of his learning methods and see how I would improve on it? Oh yeah, and make sure you stay until the end where I've got a bonus for you guys. Just for the record, no way would I bash on the guy. All I'm doing is walking over the 3 steps in his LPC method in this video and how I'd solve some potential problems that learners might encounter when they use his LPC method. All right, step 1 of his LPC method. L stands for learn. Basically, Thomas Frank talks about learning the material in the format that suits a learner the best. This could be reading a textbook, listening to a lecture, or watching a video. In his explanation of the LPC method, he also shares a bit about his note-taking strategies. Here's my reaction to step 1 of his LPC method. I'm not going to lie, this is probably the step that I'm most disappointed with. I was hoping for his LPC method, also known as the Feynman Technique 2.0, to be able to solve the fundamental problem of learners not being able to grasp material when they're encountering it for the first time. By the way, the Feynman technique does say that there is a requisite of having a good understanding of the subject in the first place. Only then you teach it to someone else. Obviously, I don't agree with this. When I was in high school, I was actually able to teach my peers calculus, trigonometry, and other math concepts without having to fully understand myself. I was still able to break down the complex concepts into simple and understandable parts. Beyond this, I also don't think any amount of note-taking is the sole way to learn. Don't get me wrong, note-taking is awesome, but it shouldn't be your ticket to learning the material. This is why I advocated gamified project learning, which is learning through work projects in a way that is like playing a game. If you want to learn more about what I did in high school when I taught my peers math without actually understanding the material myself and how you can apply it to your own learning, or if you just want to learn about the superpowers of gamified project-based learning, then make sure you go watch those other videos on my channel. Let's move on to step 2 in the LPC method. The P stands for present. For this step, Thomas Frank proposes that the learner uses their phone camera to shoot a video of themselves explaining the material, as if they were explaining it to a friend. It's really similar to the old school Feynman technique, but instead of a written explanation when explaining it to someone else, Thomas Frank recommends a video recording instead of a written explanation. The video recording allows the learner to use body language and visuals to demonstrate their knowledge. I'm actually going to explain step 3 as well, because I want to give my reaction to steps 2 and 3 at the same time. In the third and final step of the LPC method, the C stands for critique. The final step is to watch the video with a critical eye and write the critique next to it. Basically, the learner uploads the video from step 2 onto a private channel and watches with what Thomas Frank calls a critical eye. The critical eye means that the learner writes a critique of it and embeds it along with the video onto the channel. The critique notes should talk about factual errors, clarifies vague info, and adds some more detail. Here's my reaction to steps 2 and 3. I really like the idea of presenting through a recorded video and self-critiquing it. The problem is it can be quite boring if you do it over and over again. I did mention earlier about some of my other videos that talk about how you can apply gamified project-based learning to this learning method. By making it more exciting, turning your projects more game-like, hence the word gamification. I must say that gamified project-based learning allows you to present your project in all types of formats so that it helps your learning stay fresh. If you're shy, you can self-critique. But getting feedback from those you trust, those who are non-judgmental, can be so powerful for your own learning. Just a quick tip. You can find in the description below for a free tool that helps you create rubrics for feedback. After the feedback, the learner should reflect on and go back to improving the learning process. That's how you can not just remember, but also understand and apply things that you learn more effectively. To sum it all up, I really believe that it is an upgrade to the more well-known Feynman technique because it certainly allows you to present with a lot more creativity. But hopefully by the end of this video, you can understand my 2 cents on how I'd improve Thomas Frank's LPC method. I love but I'm here to improve your learning. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and comment below if you have any questions, and I'll be sure to try my best to answer them. I'm also going to release new videos every week, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on so that you won't miss out on new videos that can help you improve your learning.